Welcome back to the Vintage Firearm Series, where we upload on Rumble every day and YouTube less often. Today we're going to be looking at the 1906 22 by Winchester and how it fit into their lineup and why it was important. Why did Winchester come out with this gun? When you look at it, it's really an unusual gun that I am personally surprised they came out with. But let's talk about it. It is a very good gun, by the way. So when I say I'm surprised that they came out with it, I don't mean that negative. I mean as a sales standpoint. But I think they did well, and they deserve everything. The rewards at that time for what they did when they came out with this gun. Because what exactly is the 1906? Well, it's really an 1890. In at least one case, it has some upgrades over the 1890. You can put shorts, long, or long rifle in it. Now, the 1890, you couldn't do that. It was a dedicated caliber gun. So you could either put shorts in it, longs, or long rifles, but you couldn't mix them. The other, which was a very unusual, and they made this gun both in a breakdown and a non-breakdown version. This is the breakdown version. This gun comes from 1910. The amazing thing about it to me is that the finish on it is so remarkably good. I'm just amazed by it. I'm not going to say it doesn't have imperfections, and I have personally done nothing to try to alter them. I think it's beautiful just the way it is. I mean, why would you want to alter a gun that had imperfections that was from 1910? I mean, if it was a basket case, then I would say, yeah, that would be a good idea. Maybe you have to do that. See the finish right there on the receiver? I ain't going to touch that. That's just natural. That's what a gun sometimes happens to it. You know, this gun, who knows the history and how it was kept. The furniture on it is pretty good. I do want to point out, though, that this furniture on this gun is very basic, which is a hint to why they came out with this gun. Notice the buttstock is flat here. I'm going to show you the other buttstock in a minute. But also notice the top of the barrel, how crisp the writing. I don't know if you can see it. I know I'm getting right into the abilities of the camera to adjust. But the writing is ultra crisp. Really, it's amazing. Okay, so why did Winchester come out with this gun? They didn't stop the 1890. In fact, I have one over there made 4 years after this one. So they didn't stop it at all. They kept them going at the same time, the 1906 and the 1890. This obviously 16 years away from the design. John Browning designed that, and by the time 1906 came out, it used a lot of his patents. Yeah, there's no question about that. That's what Winchester was doing. That's what ticked off John Browning a little bit. But the thing about it was that they had made some cost savings to it. But the amazing thing to me, yeah, they didn't make the buttstock, crescent mooned. They simplified the furniture. They didn't put any corn row grooves on. Okay, so let's go ahead now and get our other gun, and we'll do a little comparison. This is the other gun. Now, the first thing you notice about this gun is it's heavier, and there's obvious reasons for that. The furniture on it is of higher quality, and look at this in here. It's beautiful when you hold on to it. So somebody wanting a quality gun is going to choose this one. The only thing that's kind of amazing to me about it is that they allowed it. This still was, let's read what this is. I know what it, oh, no wonder it doesn't say exactly in the same spot. It's WRF, I forgot that. Okay, so it's 22 WRF, which is the magnum of the day. So anybody shooting this gun would want a more powerful, cartridge. So that made sense. Basically, if you look at the design of it though, let's take a look at this one. Need a table that sits right beside me. A little rack, if you will. Well, we're just 6 weeks old. We're doing the best we can. Okay, isn't that what they say? Doing the best we can with what we've got at the time. Okay, this one. Okay. So, as if you can see here, the principles of the gun are exactly the same. Okay? The takedowns, and they did make a non-takedown version of this, but the takedowns are the same. The serial numbers are in the same places. So they're very, very similar. Now, in this particular case of the 1890 variant, we have on it a bull barrel, an octagon barrel, call it as you wish. And that thing is heavy, I'm telling you. But quality, see, that was the thing. They were considering quality. And they're going after this magnum of the day, shall we call it, the WRF. And the difference between the two guns is almost night and day as far as weight. We'll have to see. We'll put these on the scale too. That scale is going to come in handy, I'm telling you. Sometimes people think I'm crazy, and maybe some days I am. So, there you pretty much have it. The top of the guns, let's just look at them a little bit. And you can really see the octagon barrel. You can really see the differences there. And if you had them in my hands, you could really feel the weight difference. The other thing that we should probably talk about here, and I think it's worthy to note, is the length of these guns. Now, we have the 1890. Now, they made variants, so not every gun you pick up is going to be the same. But this 1914 1890 with the octagon barrel is a tad bit over 40 inches long. And this one here, the 1906, is just under 36, depending on where you're running that. If you go straight back at the highest point, it's under 36. But let's look at the barrels right up close. And I think you're going to be able to see, I can't put that one on the floor, that extra 4 inches makes a difference. But you can see the difference. And you can also see the difference from here. Look at the size difference. There's a reason they kept the old one. So, let's go outside. Well, let's check out just how light this is. Because you have to remember who they were competing against. They were competing against the likes of Remington, the likes, what's that other brand? There's another brand that I'm thinking of that I know that they were really, they didn't make very many of them, but they were really good. I should bring that one out in the final sign-off of who they were competing against. I'm going to do that. So let's go out and weigh them in a minute here. And then I'm going to Well, I think that's going to be an avenue where we can really look at this and make some more sense to why they were doing it. It was like they were cannibalizing their own line by coming out with this cheaper version, and undoubtedly they were, but they didn't want to lose business to somebody else. They didn't want somebody to be a customer of another brand and become loyal to them. That's what happens when you don't have an entry-level platform. So somebody comes in and they say, well, Ford years back, they said they weren't going to sell cars anymore. They were just going to sell hybrids and expensive stuff. That'll come back to haunt them because these young drivers can't go out and afford to buy a $40,000, $50,000 car. I think they're already suffering from that. They're talking about reintroducing their bottom line. I don't know if they ever did or not. But in any case, Ford's a messed up company anyways. So, I shouldn't put politics in here. If you're a fan of Fords, please forgive me. I'm sure they make some fantastic cars. I just haven't owned them. I owned a Fiesta. I mean, I still own two. There are some quality things to them, but not a lot. You have to know about them. You have to know how to drive them. You have to know everything. And you have to be able to tolerate a lot. Okay, so the other thing I want to say about this is the printing on it, which right on the barrel and stuff, it's crisp and sharp. This gun has not been fired. I don't know the history on this. I bought it out of Massachusetts. I just saw it online and it looked good. But when I saw it in person, I was actually thinking about offering it to someone. And when it came in, because I knew he liked them and he didn't have one either, and I thought about, I have friends at the FFLs and stuff, and I thought, I'll just offer it to him. But it came in so nice I couldn't do that, and that's sad. I didn't tell him I was thinking about doing it. Okay, that probably wasn't very nice either. But in any case, it came in too nice, and I needed a representative from this line. Like you look right up under the top, right here. Look at that. That's not been redone. Okay, let's go outside and weigh these things, okay? Let's do it. Okay, so here we are outside. Let's go ahead and see what we've got here. Let's go ahead and pick up the 1906 and see if I'm right to why they would have changed this. Okay, this is 4 pounds, 9 ounces, okay? Would there really be that much difference between these two guns? Let's figure it out. Oh, wow. Yeah, serious difference. Okay, so instead of 9 ounces, we've got a pound in 1, 2, 3, 4. A pound and a quarter. So a pound and a quarter more that they lost from just lightening this gun up. And these were, like I said, it was because of the competition, and if they didn't do it, they were undoubtedly losing sales to their competition. And price-wise, this was a much less expensive. That's why they also came out with one that was not a breakdown. This one is, but a lot of them, I'm told, were not. Wouldn't mind having one of them one day. That'd be fun to have.
And we're at about 50 feet. Should be relatively easy. We'll see what this little girl can do. And again, I may have put a shot or two to this, but that's about it. It hit wood. That's not a good sign. I'm going to go down and see where it went. Maybe I'll do one more. Maybe we'll go ahead and okay, we'll go see what we got. Okay, usually when I hit wood, it's because I'm getting on the outside edges because I've already shot out everything in the middle and the back, you know. But in this particular case, there's definitely different kinds of shells here. The first two were in the bullseye. I don't know where the others will go. When you get the first two in the bullseye, it's almost like you say, hey, we should stop now. I don't want to go any farther. Oops, that was that one that was wet. Remember that one? Was it? No. Oh, maybe it was, yeah. I told you this gun was tight. I don't think it's ever been fired. But I say that a lot, but then I pick them. Now that's, did you hear that? I don't know if you'll hear it through the camera or not, but that's a light load. We run across that a lot in 22s. Okay, we're all done. We fired everything we're gonna fire. Okay, so let me run down there and get the target. Okay, so here's our target, here's our holes. We've got one there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the bullseye, and we've got 3 flyers. I'm thinking that could be the ammo, because this ammo is like, one shot is very quiet, one shot is very loud. It's just the way it is. I could have something mixed in there. I didn't notice it. There were some longer ones. I don't know what the heck's going in. I'm not going to blame the ammo. I'm certainly not going to blame the gun. We've got 3 flyers. But overall, I would say pretty good for this distance, for a gun that I'm not used to and it's not used to me. Let's go back inside. We're going to do the wrap up, and then I'm also going to show you that mystery gun that I was talking about. The ones that was one of their competitors that never took off, but is highly regarded today. Can you think of which one it is? 22 rifle. One of their competitors for Winchester back in the years starting in 1903. So here we go. We had a pretty good run out there. This thing did pretty good, huh? Mostly bullseyes. Never really shot it in any real level before. That's probably the most shots I've ever taken with it. Although the ammo was in fact either because some of it had gotten wet or came from different boxes or maybe the shipment. I have no idea. Not blaming anybody on that one, probably more myself than anyone. But sometimes you do get ammo that when you listen to it, it has different power right from one to the other and how effective it is. So, but in any case, what did we get? Something like 6 or 7 in the bullseye out of 9, something like that. It was pretty high. So, a great gun in great condition, and they're out there. You just got to look for them. Don't buy the first one you see. They're all out there. Let's talk about these 2 guns and kind of recap a little bit. Then we're going to go to the mystery gun. If you can see it back there, maybe you can figure out what it is. Okay. Why did they come out with it? Well, they were under pressure to be having more competitive guns. But it ran a lot more than that. They wanted to come out with a lighter version, and they did that. They knocked 1.25 pounds off this gun right here. They knocked 1.25 pounds, and these are darn good comparisons because they continued to make it, and this is from
1914, and this was from 1910, 1911, right in there. And so, you know, although it's a 1906 variant, and this is 1990, those were the years they were made. 1910, 11, 1914, okay? So let's go back now to the mystery gun, then we'll sign off. Actually, I'm going to keep the 1890 because this is such a strange gun. Everybody was trying to think of their angle of what to do. And I've talked briefly about this gun before, and I'm looking forward to it. And I couldn't remember the name, the brand name of it, because I knew it was odd for them to have a gun. It was odd for anybody to have a gun like this. They put a clip with an octagon barrel, so a bull barrel with a clip. Why not go with a tube feeder? I don't know, but it's a collective curiosity. But more than that, it's really a quality gun. It was a high-end gun. You can tell from the wood, the way it was designed, the safety level right here, internal hammers, breakdown. You know, it would be a fun gun for somebody to go hunting out in the woods with in 1903. This is a model 1903 Savage from 1903. It's one of the very first ones. Got a super low, just 3 digits on the serial number. Okay, so we're signing off now. You know, to be honest with you, I've had a good time. I always do. I do these videos because I really enjoy doing them, and I hope you enjoy watching them. I'm going to ask that you sign up and watch on Rumble. It's really important to me. It's a very special thing. If you want to encourage this channel to continue, encourage this channel to bring out new guns to you, I ask that you watch on Rumble, because they're the ones that are supporting free speech. YouTube's going to take it away as soon as they can, and we know this. So I'm going to put a few up there now and then, and if you want to sub over there, that's fine. It'll help me get more people to watch, you know, attract them in. But I want you to be on Rumble. I think that's the place for you to be, and it's a place I think for me to be. And so if you'd like to do that, I'm thankful. Bless you all. Take it easy. I'll see you tomorrow on Rumble and on YouTube now and then. Take it easy. Bye-bye.